Okay, so here we are for the battle against Zach. We do see Slowking, we see Landorus, 𝙊𝙆𝙄𝙊𝙂𝙄, and Ceruledges. Did I say bundle? There's also a bundle, by the way. Shout out to my opponent, by the way. He has been absolute champ with scheduling, because I've unintentionally kind of messed him around a bit tonight. But he has been absolutely fantastic. So make sure to go and show him some love on his video for just being a fantastic person. Anyway, getting into the game. Do I want to just lead off with my 𝙊𝙄𝙄𝙄? It's honestly pretty good into like the vast majority of this team. Like the one thing it's not good into is going to be the Ceruledges. And that's a little bit problematic. I could also, like, leading off with you is just far too obvious. So I'm going to lead off with my 𝙊𝙄𝙄𝙄. And if he leads off with Ceruledges, definitely problematic, but yeah, that's definitely a bit of a problem. Do I just lose him on if he... I feel like if you're going to lead against the Samurott though, you don't lead off with Ceruledges. You probably lead off with like the Lando or the Bishop. Maybe even the Azumarill. So I'll lock that in, and if we see Ceruledges, then we cope. And good luck, have fun to my opponent. They lead off with Maple, which is the Landorus. Okay. Well, that could definitely have been a worse lead for us. We're going to set up Snow, which is whatever, really. And I think I just want to Leech. This could Sludge Wave, but we are pretty Spadef. Yeah, we've got like a good amount of Spadef. I'll just check, see how much it will do, but I think it's more likely to see a U-turn or just a hard switch. So Sludge Wave, if it's not invested, will not do over half. I will Leech Seed. So yeah, we just see a U-turn. That's going to do so much damage. That's a crit. Strong start to proceedings, but is that banded? Like, that did so much damage to me. Well, on the upside, we're getting something back as long as we land a Leech Seed. It's going to be Pyro that comes in. Is that the Ceruledges? That is the Ceruledges. We're going to miss a Leech Seed. Solid turn one. Things you certainly don't love to see. Yeah, this is a problematic mon for me to try and deal with. I think well, it could be a close combat that comes out, it could be a Bitter Blade. I think either way, going into my Thundurus would be not a bad option. All we need to do is make sure we weaken it for Samurott to be able to come in and click Aqua Jet afterwards, and if it's weak armor, then we'll be able to do that fairly effectively. However, the real question is, how much do we take from a Ceruledges on our Thundurus? We would take quite a chunk. Quite a chunk. I think regardless it's got to be the play that I make. Maybe they see a CC come out here, but immediately our Azumarill check is very much weakened. But it is what we see. Do you see the CC? Okay. So now we are actually making some kind of progress. You'd love to see that. And I'm just going to knock. I'm just going to click knock off. There's, if he Bitter Blades, and yes, we do probably die. Maybe we don't actually from that range. But regardless, we should be able to catch something. That's going to be the Lando. Going to drop our attack. That's fine. I'm going to knock. Do we knock off a Yachi? Choice Scarf. Okay. And I'm just going to Weather Ball this. If they predict it and go out into Slowking, is what it is. But I would certainly like to get rid of this mon as soon as possible. There's a good chance that they'll scout for this, but at the same time, maybe, for whatever reason they don't. Okay, they do. And what we're going to see come in on this, Joe comes in. Is that the Slowking? That's the Slowking. Okay, good play. That's a respectable amount of damage. That is a respectable. I'm just going to knock this as well. We're knocking everything around here. We stay knocking. And I think at this point, as much as this is really good for the Ceruledge, it's very quickly becoming in range, and I don't like that. If he doesn't want to get knocked here, then okay, so he's just going to let us get knocked. That's going to do so much. That's a crit. Yeah, that's a crit. Okay, well, I guess crit for crit, but still. And it's just going to chili. Just going to chili out into, I would assume, bundle. And this is when the Dunsparce has to try and do its thing. Zell. That sure is a bundle. The snow stopped. Do I need to actually? Hang on, let's have a look. Let's see what's going on. If this is choice specs. Choice specs bundle. We're at 209. So we're at 67%. Ice Beam is a roll to knock me out, so I'm just not going to risk that. I'm just, as much as this is like flip turn bait, I'm not going to take the chances. And we can save the Archie for something else. No, just Ice Beams. Is a Specs. Doesn't look like Specs. Put me down to 323. What are your switch-ins to this mon? We could see Slowking, we could see Ceruledge, we could see Bishop. I don't think in any world that you want to stay in. So I'll throw off a Shadow Ball. It catches the two most likely switch-ins in my opinion. Especially because the Ceruledge, yeah, because the Ceruledge has got close combat. So we're going to take a chunk off of this. That's a nice amount. This probably, well, it could be a close combat. It could also be a Bitter Blade. Considering we've shown that this is our switch in. This is our switch in. We need to get you set up, I think, fairly quickly. Because if we can get you set up, then we're in a pretty good spot. For now, I think it's just going to be the Thundy again. Like, sure, we don't want to take damage on this. There's a chance that it should be a Bitter Blade actually that comes out. I should have gone to Samu, yeah. That's just going to knock me out. Was that a crit as well? Because I feel like that should have knocked me out. Maybe I'm wrong. I am wrong. Okay. That just straight up murdered me. But this is our chance to get Samurott in. Is that banded? It might be banded. Yeah, so this is our chance to start getting some hazards set up. And we desperately need them. So Ceruledge was definitely a problem for my team to switch into. I had to basically, my best switch in would have been the Dunsparce, but I couldn't use it as the switch in, unfortunately. But I think as long as we're able to get spikes up and we're able to get Spoopy comes in. Okay. That's going to take a hefty chunk. That's a crit. This is all crits. This has been an interesting game, that's for sure. I could definitely flip and go out into a bomber. That's what I'm going to do. If you're Scarfed, then you fucking got me. That would be hilarious if it's a Scarfed. It could actually just be max speed. I think I covered max speed. Yeah, I covered Jolly Max. So, okay. I mean, I'll take this. We'll flip turn on something. Maple comes in. We take the flip turn here. We take this. Very respectable damage. And I mean, we outspeed now with this. What do I think's coming into revenge? It's hard to really say, but because we knocked off boots, we're actually in a really good spot with this mon. Yeah, I don't need to take damage on anything else, so I will just go into my vow. And yeah, you really don't switch into this mon now. The Slowking's at like 30% when it comes in, because we crit the knockoff on it originally. Because of that, like, we aren't attack invested in Fundy either, so the amount of damage that did, it has to be Spadef. If that's the case, with no item to Spadef, we do 52 to 61. Like, the crit knockoff on it from Thunderous did like 70%. Zell is bundle, depending on his investment, because it could be modest. It should be modest, in fact, which means that we would have a roll to knock it out, and it would have to hydro me to knock me out. But I don't think that's ever worth it. I'm just going to go out into... I could go out into Samurott here. Nah. We know this is boots. Gonna withdraw. Okay. Into Joe, which was the Slowking? Yes, okay, so another spike will go up. Did I go into the Dunsparce? I went into the Dunsparce. What am I talking about? Another Shadow Ball will come off instead. Right, this should still be absolutely fine. I could Shadow Ball. Do I think the Bisharp's coming in, and do I really switch into Bisharp at this point? Not really. I feel like that's just too ballsy of a play to go out into you. Like, I could also make the mid-ground to go Abomasnow, because I think something else is coming in, and like, I'm pretty sure that you take this hit. I think Abomasnow is actually quite expendable at this point, but I'm still going to go for the Shadow Ball. This is Spadef, so it should take it, yeah. Spadef drops huge for this Chidia reception. T-Waves, never mind. No reception, in fact. And I do enjoy Paralysis. It is my favourite status move, or status condition. So I'm about to have a really fun time. You chilly out, but what do you chilly out into? Maybe the Ceruledge. I'm running out of sacks to Ceruledge, so maybe I go into you instead. That brings in possibly Bundle, and I can actually get that necessary chip. But this also prevents certain other mons from coming in and being a problem for me. So if I'm thinking about endgames here, I think it's probably, almost definitely going to be Valiant. Valiant looks like it gets a kill every time it comes in. And because I didn't go for the Vacuum Wave last time, maybe they believe that I don't have it, which would be really nice. Spoopy comes in, so you're not Boots. Excellent. I will flip turn on out of here and just go out into my Abomasnow. The chip is really kind of racking up on this thing, and I know that it can go for a play rough and probably just absolutely murder me. But this is exactly why Abomasnow was here, so play rough doesn't knock me out. I do enjoy that. And I'm just going to Earthquake, because your switch-ins to this don't appreciate Earthquake. This will die to Earthquake. We might get outsped, because we are minus speed. But if that's the case, it's going down to something. There's a knockoff. We don't take that. We don't take that at all, but Abomasnow does get the kill for it. So, nice little double down. And again, I feel like Samrock gives the least options for things to come in. Because he doesn't know that we have... Why am I Aqua Cutter? I didn't mean to be Aqua Cutter. That's maybe Razor Shell. You know what? Maybe the accuracy is going to help me in this game. Regardless, yeah, I'll go into Samrock. I think we just need to position ourselves now to get Bundle dead and Okidogi can win. After a bulk up. Especially because it will force the 50-50 with Ceruledge. I say 50-50, we could be like types that just straight up destroy Ceruledge. Pyro comes in. Now, there's a chance that this is just banded CC. It is going to take the spikes. But they also don't know that we are not the fastest. There's a chance that he just attacks, because there isn't a switch in. Particularly, I guess Bisharp would be a switch in. The question becomes, do we just need damage on this? In which case, Aqua Jet would be the play, because it would get the most potential damage. And then we start looking at endgaming with Valiant, potentially. I think that's what I'm going to do. Endure. Okay, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. We weren't killing you anyway. Man, that was a crazy roll on Thunderous that earlier. Actually insane. If Bisharp comes in now, he would have to make the read. In fact, I can just Aqua Jet into Aqua Cutter, right? If Bisharp, because like, would you go hard bundle? You could go hard bundle here, but no. Okay, well that thing was a threat, so I'm glad that's gone. Shout out to Samrock. I think it's picked up 2 kills. So no, it hasn't. No. But Samrock, as always, putting in the absolute finest. But I was never letting a set like that come in because it was going to always cause me issues. You coming in, honestly, I'm just gonna start clicking some Aqua Cutters. Because the last thing I want is for you to start setting up. This is Tera. Did not know this was Tera. I'm gonna be just straight up 100% real with you. It's Tera Fairy. Okay. Like, I'm sure this is, and I'm just completely ignorant. Respectable Aqua Cutter damage. Tera Blast, I don't think will knock me out, but it's going to be very close. Yeah. Indeed, it was very close. Do I switch into this mon? No, I do not. So... a jet for chip. Just on the sucker. Well, we could have got more damage off, but well. Now... Dogi comes in. And poison jabs. Does that kill? Surely that kills. Bisharp, if it is Tera Fairied, does 49 min. What about to max HP? Does 43 min. I think that that is in range. So I will just go into my okidogi. If I don't Tera, what's the worst that you can do? I'm actually not all that sure. I think regardless, I probably have to go for a bulk up here. I'm going to just bulk. I'm going to bulk up once. And if you're faster than me, that was a misplay. But I'm going to hope that you aren't faster than me. Okay, we're good. Is there a Z headbutt? No, just Tera Blast. Makes sense. And that's going to do very little. I will just go for a poison jab. That is absolutely going to take you out. If the Slowking comes out, then we just Tera Dark knockoff. And if the bundle comes out, we say fuck it and Tera Dark anyway, just to show it. And we go for Drain Punch. Because I don't believe there's any world in which Boots bundle will be able to knock me out. Because this mon is a little bit silly. What about on a crit? I didn't look at how much health we're at, but that's going to be the Slowking. So you're going to die to this knockoff. There's just no way that you don't. I'll Tera Dark. Go for the knockoff. 281. A Hydro Pump crit has a chance to knock me out. But it would have to crit me. And there's no way this knockoff doesn't kill. We're at +1. Like, come on now. The crit knockoff earlier on did so much damage. There's no way this has any kind of defense investment. And potentially we're going to see Okidogi just going to go crazy. Zell comes in. Tis the bundle. I believe this is the last one. Yes, it is. So we can always vacuum wave this as well. Lands the Hydro Pump. Fair play. Doesn't get the crit. We're going to be on Moringa Berry. We show the tech. Let's fucking go. So now we live another one. Should this, for whatever reason, not knock out a bundle? It is. And that's going to be a good game. Well played to Zach. It was a little bit of a hacksy one. There was a few crits, but a fun one nonetheless. Game plan kind of went to plan. But GG to Zach. Like I said, he was being an absolute legend when it comes to scheduling. Show him all the love in the world. Link in the down description below. I assume that he's uploading. I'm pretty sure he is. And like if you enjoyed the battle, subscribe. Until next one, have a great day, guys. Peace.